friends to my kitchen. Benvenuti alla mia cucina. What am I doing today? I'm still on my journey with the ricotta. I'm gonna use the ricotta, I'm gonna use feta, and I'm gonna use phyllo dough and tomatoes and shallot. I'm gonna make a tomato shallot tart. It's a delicious meal, like an easy meal for lunch or just a snack. And now we have so many tomatoes available, and I thought I would show you how I make this. I've made this before and it is so delicious. And this is one meal that you will make to impress. So in here I have 2 heirloom tomatoes, and I'm using a serrated knife. This is the best way I find to slice tomatoes because it doesn't put too much pressure on the tomato, and if the tomato is kind of soft, it kind of smushes, and this, it cuts perfectly. So that's why I didn't do this ahead of time, because I thought that I would show you. I'm gonna roast these tomatoes in the oven, and then we're gonna put it on a tart. Like I said, I've made this before, and this is so delicious. For a lunch with some friends, this is an ideal recipe. So I'm gonna put my tomato in here on my roasting pan, and I wanna take those bottom and the tips. Sometimes they don't look very pretty. And I'm using a yellow, a red tomato, but you can use whatever variety you have. You can use whatever cheeses you like. If you don't like feta, you can use Parmesan. This is versatile to any of your liking, your tastes. So anyway, I've been in this journey with getting rid of some of this ricotta that a friend of mine had given to me. So, and I thought this would be perfect. So I have my tomato. Now I'm gonna slice my shallot, and I'm using a shallot because it gives that onion flavor, but it's not too strong, and plus it's small, so it gives a good presentation. So anyway, so slice this using the same knife, and I'm gonna spread it out in my cookie sheet. Okay, you want to roast all these vegetables. I have some fresh thyme from my garden. I'm just gonna pull the leaves and kind of just sprinkle all over this. It's more to flavor the tomatoes, and then we're gonna roast it. Anyway, I like doing things like this because sometimes you have friends coming over and you don't know what to make, and it's this time it's so hot, and this makes a beautiful presentation. Okay, I think that's enough time. I'm gonna put some salt the tomatoes, and we're gonna roast this not until they're mushy. We just want to roast them a little so they'll be quick to cook when we put it in here. And then I'm gonna drizzle some olive oil. Just drizzle some olive oil throughout. Okay, I have my oven preheated at 400 degrees, and this I'm gonna maybe about 7 minutes. Okay, so now we're gonna prepare our phyllo dough. Now, I'm using phyllo dough because this is what I had. I used for other recipes, that's what I had it, so that's what I'm gonna use. But if you don't have, if you're gonna use puff pastry, it'll work the same way. So I grated 1 garlic clove into my butter. This is 3 tablespoons of melted butter, and I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil. So we want to flavor this phyllo dough, and we're gonna brush it with this and put all those layers. and I'm just gonna brush the oil or the butter and then just keep putting the layers on top. I've done this with the puff pastry. It's a lot easier than doing with a filo dough. But this is what I have, so that's what I'm gonna use. You can grab one sheet at a time or 2 sheets. I try to grab 1 sheet, but sometimes 2 come up because I don't like to work with much with this dough because it's so fine. But we're gonna make this work. So I'm gonna brush all this butter all over the dough and keep putting more sheets. And that garlic is flavoring the butter, so you have flavor throughout. Here's another sheet. And we're gonna bake this. Okay, friends, I finished my puff paste, my filo buttery, and now what I'm doing is I'm docking. This is called docking the pastry, so it creates a border all the way around. And I'm gonna cover this with another cookie sheet, and we're gonna bake it at 400 the same time that the tomatoes are cooking. This is gonna bake too. So I'm gonna put a parchment paper on top and put another cookie sheet so it doesn't puff up. I want this to stay in the center, and I'm gonna make put a smaller cookie sheet. Okay, I put a cookie sheet on top, and I'm gonna put a smaller cookie sheet on top, and what it's gonna do, this part is gonna be flat, and this one might pop off a little bit. And I'm gonna bake this for about 10-15 minutes. Okay, so now we're gonna do the filling for those. First, I need 1 garlic clove, and I'm gonna use my zester to be real fine. I don't want people to be biting in garlic. This will blend in. I have some fresh thyme. Continuing the same theme, the thyme that I put it in the tomatoes, we're gonna put it in the filling. If you don't have fresh, use dry, but I have plenty of fresh thyme in my garden, so that's what I'm gonna use. I love thyme. It's a very lemony kind of herb. If you have fresh basil, you can add it too, but I don't have no basil. I didn't plant no basil this year. My husband's been working in my garden all summer long, so what I had planted, that's all I have. So I want this chopped real fine. I don't want no big pieces. And it goes into my filling. Okay, let's clean this up. I need some ricotta. And I'm gonna add probably about a cup of ricotta. I had 4 of these tubs, so you know why now. I had to do a lot of this stuff. And I'm gonna mix this with the garlic and the thyme. Kind of just smush this around. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil to kind of flavor that. Some salt, maybe about half a teaspoon, and some black pepper. A little bit, and I'm gonna mix this. And if you don't want to use thyme, you can use parsley, basil. It'll be all good. Let me taste this filling. Needs a little bit more garlic. Okay, I'm gonna put 2 more cloves of garlic. Okay. Much better. Okay, so now I'm waiting for my puff pastry to finish cooking, my tomatoes to roast, and then I'll show you. Okay friends, I'm gonna serve that, and will be a perfect meal for lunch, especially if you're trying to eat lighter. I'm gonna serve this with an arugula salad. Arugula is a peppery kind of green. I love it, but if you don't like arugula, you can use spinach, you can use any other salad, but that would be a good complement to this tart for lunch. So I have here about 2 cups of arugula, and I'm gonna squeeze some lemon juice. And like I said, this is ideal for if you're eating a light and for a lunch. So anyway, some salt. We're making pretty much a salad. A little bit of salt. And some pepper. And some olive oil. And pretty much now we're gonna toss this. We're gonna toss this salad. Into this salad, I'm gonna add also a little bit of feta cheese. If you don't like feta, you can use whatever cheese you like. This makes a beautiful light lunch, a garden lunch to eat in a garden. So let me try, see how. That lemony, love it. So anyway, here is my salad for to go with my tart. Okay friends, I have a big board, and this is where I'm gonna serve my tart. So my tart is a little bit cool. It cools up quick. And I'm gonna put all my cream cheese. Not cream cheese, my ricotta cheese. But you can use cream cheese. You can use goat cheese. You can use whatever you would like on this. And I want to show you, because I put that cookie sheet in the middle with the parchment paper, it created this border. And because I docked it, I went with my fork and I pierced. You make this. This will be a beautiful presentation for a lunch, for Mother's Day, for a birthday, for a friend. So, and we just want to spread that ricotta cheese throughout that pastry where it's in the middle. Then I have my roasted tomatoes, and I'm gonna spread them out. I'm gonna mix them, the red and the yellow. You kind of just spread them all out. And then your shallots too. You can leave the shallots whole, or you can pull them apart. I'm gonna put some of the feta cheese on top. Just drizzle, put some of it. And then this is option. You can leave it like this and serve your salad aside, or you can put little salad, little drops here and there. So when everybody grabs a piece of this, you have salad throughout. And drizzle all that salad dressing. You have, friends, a tomato and shallot tart with arugula salad on top. This makes a delicious lunch for summer in the yard, to eat in the yard with some friends. You do something like this. You can substitute whatever you want. If you don't want the tomatoes, you can substitute for any other zucchini, any other vegetable. But I thought I'd give you an idea how a light lunch, we can eat good but still eat light. So anyway, somebody give me the tomatoes. I'm still trying to utilize the ricotta. That's what I did. If you don't like the ricotta, you can substitute for cream cheese or for goat cheese. So friends, you give it a try to this recipe, and I will leave the recipe in the description. And before the summer is over, try this. And I mean, this is a summer, but you can use the same idea in the fall with all different fall vegetables, and it's delicious. So anyway, you give it a try. I'm gonna go share this with my sister-in-laws. We're gonna go and have some lunch, and this will be a perfect lunch to have with them. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do give me some thumbs up. Share my videos on your social media and with your friends. And until next time, have a good day.